In it, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Diffuse, bond it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes. They gon' take them. Used to lose, built to win. Applied myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out. I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost. I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Apply myself.
Okay, my man. Look at my man.
Welcome back to CTC. I am your host, Carl, and I'm joined with a special guest today, a guest who got bragging rights over your boy today, Mr. Your Done Son himself, Tomo. Go ahead, talk to the people. Go ahead, say, Mr. You can say you're done, son. Go ahead.
Hey, I ain't gotta say it if you gonna say it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just here so I won't get fined, man. I'm just happy to sit up here and finally talk some college sports. I got a little bit of knowledge behind me because I just watched the game, so I'm ready. How about them Terps, though?
All right. So this is now the second week I've done this with MSU. Me being an MSU fan, I've come in here to recap an MSU game. Last week I had my boy Luke on. We recapped the game against Washington where we got whooped. And then this week we're gonna recap the game against Maryland where we got whooped. But it was a little different. So what I'm gonna do is again I'm gonna go over some game notes, whatever, tell y'all about the game, some key points, some momentum swings, things like that. And then I'll let Tomo get into how we felt about the game, and then we'll just go a little back and forth. You got it?
Hey, I'm with it.
Let's get it. All right. So to recap the game, MSU, we moving. You know, we get a couple first downs. We running the ball, and then Noah Kim throws an interception with 12 minutes left in the first quarter, and I'm like, oh God, here we go again. Maryland capitalizes on the pick, go down the field and score a 1-yard touchdown pass to Sean Greenlee. Great little play action to nobody near the tight end, wide open for a touchdown. But MSU gets the ball back, and we get all the way down to like the 1-yard line, running the ball. Nate Carter looks great. We're mixing in the running the pass. We're moving the ball. Turnover on downs, 4th and goal at the 1. We call a run. I think we call like a power run or a stretch run. Linebacker shoots the gap. A loss of 4. Maryland gets the ball. So then Maryland goes 90-plus yards. It scores another touchdown, a 12-yard touchdown catch to Tyrese Chambers. And I'm just like, man, we got a long day ahead of us, right? So then MSU gets the ball again. Fumbles. MSU Nate Carter fumbles the ball, which leads to a Talia Tagovailoa 1-yard touchdown run. So we're down 21-zip early. So now, fast forward into the game, MSU finally gets on the board with a 37-yard field goal with 3:39 left in the second quarter. It's 21-3. And through all the shooting ourselves in the foot, we are not getting blown out. We still have a chance. MSU, finally, we force a punt with 2 minutes left in the second quarter. So I'm like, things turning around. We getting some momentum. But MSU goes down, gets a 48-yard field goal blocked before the half. So we're down 21-3 at halftime. Come out of halftime, we get a 3-and-out. And I'm like, yes, all right, we getting the ball back. Maryland runs a fake punt, converts. And on 4th and 10, they convert a fake punt. But it leads to a missed 40-yard field goal. So no harm, no foul. But then Noah Kim throws another interception after the missed field goal. 2 on the day, and I text my man. I ain't gonna lie, full transparency. I text my man, Noah Kim sucks. Like, I'm tired of these interceptions, Noah. So Noah Kim throws the pick, but Talia throws the interception right back. So we still have life. We keep shooting ourselves in the foot, but Maryland, for some reason, they've done what they're supposed to do with the ball. They have 3 touchdowns, but they can't put us away. We have life still. But after the Talia interception, Noah Kim throws a 9-yard touchdown to Tyrell Henry, and I'm excited. I'm like, yeah, we back in the game. It's only a 12-point game. We didn't get a 2-point conversion. Like, it's a 12-point game. I'm happy. I'm re-energized. I mean, it was hopeful because they couldn't really put us away for real. So now I'm more happy. Then Maryland goes 3-0, and I'm like, let's go 3-0. We got to score, and we missed a touchdown. Noah Kim misses a wide open touchdown, overthrows a touchdown. We go 3-0. Maryland gets the ball. With 11 minutes left in the fourth quarter, Maryland gets a 48-yard field goal to go up 24-9, excuse me. Set up by a terrible, like a 20-yard punt by MSU. Terrible punt. Just anything that could have gone wrong, MSU chose to do it. So now they up 24-9, and Caden Hauser comes in the game. And I'm like, why y'all putting him in now? It's the fourth quarter. He's cold. He ain't been in the game all day. Just ride Noah Kim, and let's make the switch after the game. But Caden Hauser drives us down the field, 82 yards, to throw a pick on the screen. Oh my God. We can't finish no drive.
Gifts. More.
That was a gift. For sure. He overthrew the running back right into the D-back's hands. It was for sure a gift. Leads to a 31-yard screen pass, barely in them screens. Octavian Smith for a touchdown. Then we fumbled the opening kickoff after. I'm like, bro. Alante Brown fumbles the kickoff, but it leads to a missed field goal. We just basically run out the clock and we lose 31-9. 5 turnovers, Tomo. 5 turnovers. MSU is not going to win games with 2 or 3, let alone 5. Tomo, talk about the game.
Okay, so you kind of touched on a lot there. First things first, I just want everybody to know this jersey is from my flag football team. So, and my homegirl, she went to the University of Maryland, so it just all ties together. So I just had to throw that on right quick because she's the one that designed these. So it's just like the universe, right?
I have harsh words for both of y'all.
It's all good. It's all good. That flag is so unbearable, just like that game. 5 turnovers. We was in the chats. Of course, if y'all not in the chat, y'all definitely need to be a part of it because that's what makes these shows 10 times better, right? And you were saying, you was like, y'all shot yourselves in the foot. And technically you did because Maryland should have won this game like how Oregon did Colorado. Because there's no way y'all should have been in it after the first interception that led to a touchdown. Maryland has started both of their games the last 2 weeks down 14-0. They usually start off slow and then they pick up. Now, another thing I will say about this game is towards that third quarter, I see why Maryland starts slow because they let you hang around. They're not used to holding the lead and maintaining it. And if it wasn't for the Spartans and the turnovers, I don't think Maryland would have maintained that lead. Penalties. Like you said, y'all gave up like 70 yards on penalties alone. And then the 8 drop passes, those were touchdowns.
Overthrows.
So it's just like the story, Carl, the tortoise and the hare. Sometimes you just got to let the rabbit outplay themselves. And that's what we did. Because Tua and the blitz, once y'all started blitzing in that third quarter, it was over. I was like, y'all got a shot. Because every time you just look like a deer in front of headlights. Man. But one more fact for you. Maryland hasn't won in East Lansing since 1950.
I heard that after the game. I mean, part of it has to do with y'all just joined the conference like 10 years ago. So, and then y'all
conference record ain't good either.
I mean, but y'all play in East Lansing like every other year. Y'all don't play every year in East Lansing, so that's part of it. So it might be a little like what's the word I'm looking for? Exaggerated, but I get it.
Nah, we gotta live on that because we here now, and we ain't going nowhere.
All right. So first, before I talk about my piece, Mark, you are absolutely correct, and I just also want you to know that this week, going into this week, I didn't touch on y'all game because I felt like it was 15 other games better than y'all's, but I was leaning West Virginia plus the points this week. I was leaning with y'all this week. I did like a lot what I seen in that backyard brawl. Y'all are gritty. I'll admit, I had y'all, I think, last in the Big 12. I was wrong, but y'all are gritty. And I also had Texas Tech like down there with y'all. So, but great win nonetheless. Now, Tomo, you are absolutely correct. The way the game was going, we should have got blown out. Now, I do think part of that is because we were at home and not y'all. Because I feel like if y'all were at home with that home crowd and the momentum that y'all were gaining, I don't know if we could have bounced back from that. With an interim head coach, I don't think we would have bounced back from that. Also, like you said, drops, overthrows, penalties, just like, man, we're not a good team. Let me not say that. We are a team going through a lot right now. We cannot also add the stress of the things that we did today. We're going through a scandal. We're going through a new head coach. We're interim head coach. We're going through a major loss at home against Washington. Now, did I expect us to win this game? No, I didn't expect us to win. I wanted us to win. Don't get me wrong. I thought we had a shot to win the game. Did I expect us to win? No. But I expected much better than that. I expected better quarterback play. I expected us to clean up on the turnovers. Now, I did say in my preview that Nate Carter has to get going, which he got going. We were able to run the ball up and down the field. It's just turnovers. Those turnovers killed us.
If y'all had 2 more Nate Carters, y'all probably don't win this game.
Just 2 more Nate Carters or 2 more Nate Carters and Malik Cars, because Jesus.
Man, but Trader Joe's, man. Anytime you overthrew him, he was there for it. He was like, "Thank you, man. Let me get one of those."
Like you said, man, gifts.
Man, more gifts. But also, if you like look at the stats outside of the turnovers, if someone told you the stats and didn't look at the turnover column, y'all had 72 more plays, 357 yards, and y'all was averaging 5 yards a carry. Like you said, y'all technically should have won this game. So if I'm Merlin, I'm celebrating, but I'm also looking at the film and being like, we got to play better. Because also a few of them screens, I mean, they did score on the last screen, but everybody was tired by then. But I told you, Merlin, them screens, man.
Yeah, I know. Trust me, I know. I know about them screens. I do feel like we did a fairly good job on them screens, but I think also we didn't do a great job of getting off the field early in the game on third downs. Like, we were forced third and long, but we wouldn't get off the field, and those led to the touchdowns. Now, once I got them 3 touchdowns and I think we finally settled into the game after the touchdowns and the field goal, and the offense was able to stay on the drive for a little while longer and not turn the ball over. We were able to settle in, but then all the turnovers, the defense gets put back on the field. It's hard when your defense is consistently on the field, and we're already not a great passing defense. That is for sure the weakness of our defense, the secondary. And so now you keep putting the secondary back on the field for more opportunities is going to get you burnt, especially if you're not scoring.
And yeah, at that rate, man, because your pass rush was getting it. I told you, I think y'all should have implemented the blitz a little bit earlier. Maybe again, that comes with having an interim head coach on the sideline, because coming out of the halftime, it looked like 2 different teams. I was like, MSU about to pull back, and now I gotta go on here and hear Carl sing his fight song.
I was ready. I was ready for sure.
But again, for a team that's going through so much, and for you all to kind of bounce back off of that loss that you had last week and still be in a fight with an interconference team, I mean, there's something to build on there. That's why I said it's more of an ugly win for Maryland than it is an ugly loss for MSU in my eyes.
Yeah, we're a gritty bunch. We're a scrappy bunch. That was the identity and the makeup that Mel Tucker was trying to build with this team. So I'm not surprised there. I think honestly, we desperately need a corner. Well, we need those 2, but we desperately need a quarterback. I don't think Noah Kim is it. And then Noah Kim, everybody talks about the first 2 games, like how he played really well, but they don't talk about the fact that it was Central Michigan and Richmond. Richmond is an FCS school, and Central Michigan, no offense to the MAC. Yeah, I know I love my MAC schools, but they're a MAC school. They're a directional Michigan school. It's not a Michigan. It's not a Clemson. It's not even a Tulane. Like, it's not the same. We've seen Noah Kim against better competition throw 3 interceptions. It's not going to cut it. It's not good enough. And to piggyback on what we said last Saturday, he won this competition kind of handedly. So what did Caden Hauser show in camp to make Noah Kim win this so handedly?
I think it was the fact that because again, Noah Kim in the beginning, once he started scrambling, it seemed like he makes bad decisions when he's like scrambling with the football. Maybe it's just this game. I don't watch so many Spartan games, but in this specific game, whenever he was in the pocket, like early after he threw the interception and that he had like 3 or 4 plays where he just stood in the pocket, he had some good reads. He was like on point. He's making good decisions. It was when he like scrambled out of the pocket where he got flustered and just threw the ball up in the air, and then either it was a pick or it was a drop pass. It would have been a beautiful play, but the pass was dropped. Or if it was a beautiful play, it ended up being an interception.
So this is what I think. So I think you're mostly right. I think what it is he don't have to be in or out the pocket. If he feels a rush or he feels like someone's near, that's when he gets flustered. So he could be in the pocket, but he could feel somebody coming. He gets flustered. He can be scrambling, feel somebody coming. He's flustered. I think is when he feels the defense closing in. That's when he gets flustered. And also, I think which might be what's happening is when he sees a play. Like, for example, I think that streak after that led us to go 3 and out, he missed. I think when he sees a play, he might get overly excited and misses. Like, oh, it's open. I got to get some. And then he missed, as opposed to staying calm and just delivering the football. That could be, I don't know if that's 100% the case, obviously, but that could be some explanation to why he was overthrowing passes or why he was making bad decisions. It just, I don't know. But either way, we don't have time for this. Like, we don't. I mean, not to say that we were on a championship clock anyway, but the season's here. This is game 4. We're moving into week 5. We don't have time for this. You either got to get it together. By the way, this is the same guy that asked to come back to the bandwagon, by the way. You either got to get it together or we got to move on. And I know for a fact, again, next year, upcoming season, I screamed, let's go after a quarterback in the transfer portal. We did not. We stuck with our guys. Next year, let's go after a quarterback in the transfer portal. I don't know who's going to be there, but we got to go after somebody. And we need a coach.
Bad. Like, I'm sorry. Bad. It you can clearly see it on the sideline. Like, and then, listening to the reporter, sometimes one of the reporters said the interim coach makes everyone dress now because it's like everyone practices throughout the week. So you need to be dressed and cheering. I'm like, that's cool. But if I'm like the 98th person on the roster, I know I'm not playing. So you made me put these pads and stuff on for what? Momentum? What? Nah, bro. Give me a tablet so I can help out in that aspect because you need all the help possible. We going through something here, coach.
Pants. Yeah, give me some sweatpants. I'll take a jersey, some sweatpants, and some shoes. And like you said, if you need me to hold a tablet or talk to somebody, I can do that. But I'm not wearing shoulder pads and a helmet. And like you said, I'm a walk-on, or I'm like the 100 scholarship player. Like, no, no, sir.
Man, you like the 30, you like the 34th string, and you like, man, if he get hurt, I got a shot. Like, nah, bro, it's not happening.
And that's another thing. Just looking at bro demeanor on the sideline, he just looks so disinterested. Like he doesn't look like he's really into the game. Like good or bad play, he just looks like I understand being even keel and not getting too high, too low, but he don't even look like that. It's just I can't explain it. It looked like he's not a head coach.
Look. Yes, bro. It'd be that many people on it. I don't know if that's the actual number, but it'd be a lot of their players.
It's like 100-some people on a college roster. I mean, college is different than NFL. You can give out a bunch of scholarships. You got walk-ons, guys that's just there for practice squad, but they still got scholarships. And it's a lot of guys on that roster.
That's why the kickers be wearing like 99 and 97. That's crazy. But I got a funny story for you, man. Speaking of like saying y'all need corners. These wide receivers for Maryland, right? I don't know if I told this on Refuse to Lose, but if I did and y'all didn't check out Refuse to Lose, you're on CTC now. So I do like this event at my job, and they do it once a year. Okay, yeah, they do it once a year, right? And it's called like I call it the Construction Olympics because it's all the construction companies in the DMV area. They all come together, and so basically, long story short, I'm running a 4x100. Technically, it's like me and 3 other people. We're kind of like the fastest people in our company. And then I see like 4 or 5 youngins walk up. I see somebody that's like 6'6", somebody else is like 5'7", running back, wide receivers, maybe a linebacker. I'm like, they look young. Everybody here like 30 plus. They in their 20s. Ain't no way they work for one of these companies. Come to find out, one of the guys, we got a super chat.
Shout out to my boy Blaze. He said he donated the $4.99. He said, I'm staying in Colorado. MSU down bad. Hashtag let's go Eagles. Hey, Blaze, I appreciate you, bro. You didn't have to do it, but you did do it. I appreciate the support. I appreciate you just tuning into the show. And I also appreciate you staying in Colorado. Don't come to MSU, bro. There's no room. But I appreciate the super chat. It's all love, my boy. Colorado gonna be fine, by the way. I mean, it's Oregon, bro. They're not ready for that yet. I said that in the my preview. I didn't think it would be that bad, but it was that bad.
It was bad. It was bad. But so Let me speed this up, man, because you're college fans. Like, man, I ain't got time to hear about your personal stories.
No,
Long
you
story
good, go ahead.
short, one of the people that work at the company, he went to Maryland, so he came back after we raced them because they clearly smoked everybody out there. He came back and was like, "Hey, bro, that's the top receiver from UMD." I'm like, "Stop playing." He's like, "No, that's the linebacker." He started naming them. I was like, "So who's the target?" He's like, "Oh, that's Ty Felton." I was like, "Come on, bro." I should have got an autograph or took a picture with him or something. So now if I knew this show was gonna be here, I'd be like, "Hey, man, I ran up against Ty Felton." Tell my grandkids that they beat everybody else, but I was close. He might get me now because I'm a little older. That was about 3 years ago. I'm out my prime.
Yeah, that's crazy. The things people would do to get a W. Imagine, hey, look, that's the construction Olympics. Imagine NIL recruitment.
I'm already hip. I'm already
Boy,
hip.
getting that bag under the table.
And I know they did because everybody said it was like when they started, it was like last week. I was like, yeah, they signed them just for this. So I know the college game is different. It's different.
Yeah, man. So, but we ain't got too much more for y'all. This is just a UMD MSU recap. Appreciate my guy Tomo for coming on, Mr. Your Dungeon Son himself. Y'all can catch him on the main show almost every day. That's not a weekend. So Monday through Friday, I think, except for Wednesdays, because they let your boy get a day. So, so you can catch them Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Him along with Joe and Dave. We also got BWT. Got to shout out the other shows. We got BWT with Teddy for all your baseball needs. If you were casual, if you were diehard, if you want to learn about baseball, watch BWT. And for all your fantasy football needs, we got FFC, fantasy football with Combs or Coach, whatever. I think it's with Coach. So
it's Coach Combs. You got it.
Coach Combs. Yep. So he gives you a start, who to sit. He gives you heroes. He gives you busts. He gives you a lot of fantasy football news and updates. So, if you want to try to win your league, I'm down 0-2 in hours. So I might need to hit him.
Hey, I got my win against you too. Oh man, it's a good. This is good. This is good. I'm gonna lose this week though.
Me in fantasy last week.
I'm about to lose this week.
I definitely lost the time on fantasy this past week. But if you want to win your fantasy football league, hit up FFC. A lot of valuable information there. And that's all we got for y'all today. I will be back live tomorrow at 11 to recap the other 20 games that happened between Thursday and tonight. So if you want to listen to the games, tune in tomorrow at 11 o'clock. And that's all I have for y'all today. And, wait, my bad. Excuse me. Tomo, give me some last words.
Oh, I was going to say, I was going to ask you a question, man. Is it true Bo Nix like 36?
Nah, not 36. But he's one of the older guys in college for sure.
But yeah, my last words, you kind of covered it with all the announcements, man. I want to say thank you for having me on the show. And one more thing. Hey, Dave, I'm on another episode now, man. You can't say you the most versatile. Got you.
Oh, man, look what I just started, bro.
Hey, it's a competition over here, man. Refuse to Lose Network. It's a competition.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then like that, we out of here. Peace.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.